Good evening. Welcome to Investigator News, and this is Weather and Lifestyle News Show. And we know Title 42 is fixing to end, and I'll have a little bit on it on the next show, but I will probably go live when they open up the border. So, yeah. Hey, Karen and Mary are moderators. You know, I keep forgetting to get Mary her wrench. Oh boy, she's gonna take a hammer to me. Um, so, speaking of tools, the puppy took off with the screwdrivers last night. Yeah, we were trying to fix things. We took them away. She got mad, so she got into the box with the brand new stereo we just got and took out. She got in the box. It was put up. Got the plastic bag out and chewed up all the wires. Oh boy. So bad puppy. I do have a new chair. Well, which way? That way. It's red, not the black one. I like it, but I'm short in chairs. Um, I still got to sit on two pillows that are about that thick. Otherwise my eyeballs will be peeking over everything, no matter what I do at the camera. So wow. So a senior prank. Boy, won't they go back to eating cinnamon or something? I don't know. That was killing people, I think. And Tide Pods, what? They poisoned. They got. Well, what prank is good? William, what kind of pranks did we do? Didn't we like you? I don't know. What did we do in high school that were pranks that are way better than what they're doing now? They're hurting people. Yeah, even when you go to the colleges and you have to go through the initiations, those are getting deadly. What's going on with that? I'm trying to think of pranks we did. Um, the only one I could think of and used to make everybody just cringe is my nails on the chalkboard. I could do it and it didn't bug me one bit, but boy, everybody else, you should have seen the whole class. It was like, ugh. Yeah, rubber barf, a fake barf, yeah. I had a guy that blew chalk in my face one time. I was like, what kind of prank is that? And, I mean, it didn't really even stick to my face. It mainly went in my eyes. And I mean, my eyes were messed up for a couple days over that one. Um, I don't know. I can't think of any pranks. Um, I used to steal my sister's stuff and hide it, but that's not really a prank. That's just making them mad. I didn't do it to one sister because boy, she'd get even and she'd really get even. You never did pranks. You were What kind of pranks were pulled on you though, Karen? Because these are getting deadly. And they're not really mentioning it in the news, and it's getting worse and worse. And these were seniors that did the cow prank. But I want to know where Miss Davis went to. All of a sudden, she disappeared off Weather Channel, and she's almost looks like she's doing pre-recordings. And we got Ari today. Um, I'm getting used to him now. I'm not laughing at him as much as I used to. Um, I was never into see it. Neither was I. I seen it done, but the biggest thrill we got is the girls coming out of the bathroom with the toilet paper stuck or their skirt tucked into their underwear. You know, I just can't remember anything. I mean, I went through riots. I went through the civil rights kind of thing with the riots at my schools, from grammar school on, really all the way into high school. Um, But we used to use those days. They tell us don't come to school. There's going to be major riots, and we were like, good, we can all go to the park. Yeah, let's all go to the park. And we used to get our inner tubes, and we used to float down the American River. So um, anyway, we're going to get to Ari and get on with the fun news today. Wait till you find out about that TSA agent. Yeah, we all seen it. We seen him jerking that dog around. Um, was that yesterday I showed that, Karen? Was it yesterday or the day before? One of the last few days I showed it, and it was awful. Well, there's an update. So let's bring in. Mr. Ari.
For the surrounding states over the next couple of days. And we're going to have a significant flood threat. The main flood threat area for today is going to be kind of centered over Shreveport, so East Texas, southern Arkansas, northern Louisiana. And then Friday, we're back into Texas. It's going to be the southern and southwestern part of the state. Same deal on Saturday. So San Antonio, Laredo, these are some of the spots where you've really got to pay attention to the rain as it's falling, because we could have some flash flooding through Sunday as well. And just look how much rain is going to fall here. When you start to see some numbers like 3 to 5, maybe up to 5 to 7 inches in some spots, and could even see more in some isolated areas, that's definitely enough to cause flooding. Okay, so just be on high alert for this stuff over the next couple of days if you live in those areas.
Wow. It's already, they gave us a flood warning today. And, I'm going to have to look. Um, we didn't really get that bad. It's all pretty much starting to soak in, and it kind of lightened up. And Arkansas, the storm killer, is what happened. And maybe down towards the southern part of the state, but for the most part, I didn't really get hit that bad. So, thanks to Ari, he let us know. And you notice it's all down around Texas. Heavy rains. Maybe that's an interference by somebody. Me and William already talked about it. I'm going to have William on with me late tonight. Um, if you can't sleep and you're worried about this opening of the border, come join me and William tonight. I'm going to go live probably about um, 10, 15 minutes before they open the border. I'll have more on it on the next show. But let's get on with the earthquakes. Oh boy, folks. I was really surprised how many, and they're getting bigger. And always hear me say they equally spaced up. When I say that, there's always some in between those spaces. And once again, we see a lot in along the coast now, which we didn't have, and into the United States, quite a few of them. I guess I'm gonna go around the world, and I'm gonna start off with Vanuatu. We had that 7.6 that hit, I believe, Tonga, and so I expected to see more today. They did have a 4.3 in Tonga. They had a 4.7 in Vanuatu, and also in a 5.0 there. And then if you kind of go up, to Japan, they had a 5.9. And then we go up, and again in Japan, a 5.2. Well, then we went up to, I was thinking it was Kursk, but it was a Kamchatka, Starry, Russia. That's a 5.0. One little itty bitty tiny one up in Alaska. Chickaloon. Karen, the name of this one place in Alaska. Chickaloon. Why didn't they just go with it and just call it Chickaboom after the song? Why Chickaloon? Who knows? All right. So now let's get on to the states as we go around the Ring of Fire. We had one up in Washington, Hood Sport. That was a 2.6. Then there was one out off the Oregon coast. I'm surprised they let us know about that. That was a 3.1. Ferndale, that's up around Eureka and Crescent City. Then we don't have nothing on the San Andreas fault line there. So that went quiet. And then let's go over to Cameron, Arizona. One just hit. Where is it? I don't see it. Huh. I don't know. Unless it's hiding. I just said one hit. Maybe I'm on it. I don't know. Puerto Rico, it says. Just hit a 3. Okay. So let's go to Cameron, Arizona, 3.1. Then we go down to Toya, Texas, 3.6. Then we go up to Morrow, Colorado, and I saved it for last only because that's in an odd spot. Not really on a fault line. What I need to do is maybe reset my stuff to get all of it. But that's going Colorado's odd. Then we had another odd one down in Central America off the coast. That was a 4.2. Of course, we heard Puerto Rico. Yesterday was really quiet there. You notice there's nothing in Hawaii. That I was like, okay, what's going on with Hawaii? Because they've had so many, 10 to 15 of them. And, you know, I think it's Peru. No, I'm wrong. I'm wrong. It's, no, I don't see it on the list. Venezuela, but there is a volcano and it's still glowing down there. I think it's El Salvador. And I was watching it live last night and it's still glowing. It's still smoking. It's still blowing ash. So maybe the weather will stay cool for that. Um, so we did have some on the Virgin Islands. That was a 3.7, and these are pretty deep. And learning from Dutch Sense, and if you're new, we watch him a Dutch Sense on YouTube, and he's also on Twitch. Um, you're in a state of denial. I'm in a state of I don't know. All I can do is I'm gonna pray and hope for the best. I'm hoping. I'm hoping. I think that's what I told William today. I have hope, and and but you have to come the next show and we see what we'll discuss it a little bit. I got a lot of news, and then of course we'll be back tonight with lots of details. Um, so let's see, Puerto Rico, I did that one, and then we had one Venezuela 4.9, and then on the Mid Atlantic Ridge 4.6. Over in the Mediterranean Sea 4.3. Uh, uh, I call that in between, all the islands off Italy and some of the other ones, Malta and that. I call it the land of the giants because that's where all the stories of the giants are. And that's with the Greek gods. They're the ones that talk about those are the islands of the giants, if you didn't know that. A little bit of history. All right, then we got Kangding, China. They got a 4.9, and that wasn't so deep. Um, and then Indonesia, I guess we're down to Indonesia again, and that was a 4.9. So the States is building up, and Dutchson says it's just rumbling, it's alive, and to be prepared. So let's get rid of the earthquakes. Two best states in America, denial and confusion. No, how about hope? We're hoping. Yeah, isn't there a song hoping and something loving and I don't know. It's by one of them women groups in the 50s, I believe. Uh, don't come on, one of you old ladies, old ladies. Boy, Karen, I think I just called you an old lady. I'm sorry. I don't mean to offend anybody. So I'm the older generations that knew the music of the 50s. There you go. I think it was a girl trio that did it. Okay, so the cow story. Okay. Um, oh boy. So a cow that wandered through Chicago area streets after a high school senior prank fell flat. Um, this hooved animal, this happened in Woodstock, Illinois. So leave it to Chicago and Illinois to do this. Took the steer into custody. Following the animal's captures by law enforcement, um, Haas, I think that's his name, is happy to share that Haas is a animal rescue. They provided a safe spot for the cow that was found running in in the Niles, running at large in the Niles area. Um, she was scaring humans. She was stopping traffic and causing a scene. They see what they wanted to do is get the cow and then lead it back, I guess, to the dorms and turn it loose in the dorm as a prank. But they said the cow got away from them. And so the cow ran the streets of Chicago. And they said, well, she wasn't hurt. No, the college students didn't hurt her, not college, senior students, I'm sorry. They were going to take it back, I'm sorry, to the gym. Boy, oh, I messed up this story. I should have waited till Monday for this. Okay, so the seniors at the school took the cow and they were going to take it to the gym. And part of, I, now I can only imagine what they were going to do with it in the gym and the showers. That's how I thought of the story, or a bad prank. But the cow got away, escaped, and it was running at large, scaring people. I don't know if you guys ever been around cows, but you get some of them with the horns. The way they look, they got these eyes, and and then they like kind of lurch at you. No, 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 no cow tipping for me. There's a prank right there, Karen. Cow tipping. I know it was big out here, but I'm not sure what it is. Maybe I might have to find out what cow tipping is. I think if you tip them over, they can't get back up, is the deal. Do they even know? Yeah, they knew it was a cow, and they did take it. It just got away from them. I guess they thought like it would be like a dog, and come on, little cow. They should have got a calf, but I mean, you can't be mean to a calf because some of them might even just be hours old. No, don't steal calves. All right, no pranks. Just no pranks. Um, and they didn't even have. Okay, well, they did have a clip here. Um, hopefully, we can get it up and play it for you. Here we go. Um, I bet you those officers that were chasing them, that cow had a blast. Come on, chase me. Bull run, but it's cow run through the streets. Okay. Um, so, everybody wants to know about this TSA thing. When I found this article today, I was like, oh, great. The video captured this. If you didn't know about it, it's a TSA officer, um, agent, and uh, the canine. It was an explosive detector, and it went viral for the worst reasons, they say. And it got up to 3,400 votes, and something needed to be done. That this issue occurred when the man and the animal needed to change direction, but each time he seemed to yank and tug on the dog. Not tug, no, 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 no. He was yanking on that dog and pulling him around. We all seen it. Oh, let's see if they got a. Aha. Okay, here we go. For those that hadn't seen it, okay, so you guys kind of get you kind of know if you hadn't seen it and you're just now watching it. This is what this guy did. Um, uh, one angry, well, a lot of what people were saying, not only Twitter but YouTube, um, said put a leash on him and let the dog take him for a walk. Yeah, he's angry because did you see that guy that went in front of him? I mean, he had an attitude. It was like, come on, hurry up. Yeah. Yeah. So there was a big time that everybody wanted to put a leash on him and take him for a walk. Yeah, let me take him for a walk. I wouldn't be as nice as he was to that dog. I, let's beat him with the leash. Now, hopefully I don't get in trouble for saying that. So, this TSA agent missed the dog obedience training classes which is more for humans, learn how to master respectfully the treatment and training of the dog. How much? How many of you think that's just BS on his part? Oh, I missed that part. You know how to treat an animal. You don't need a class to know. You don't yank it. That to me that um um bad. That's just a horrible excuse. And so what they ended up doing is they suspended him. Um, they took the dog and made sure his neck was okay to the um, um, veterinarian and made sure he checked out okay. And then this guy's been suspended for a while. So yeah, they didn't let him get away with it, but now he's got to redo all his classes, and he probably won't get this dog. And usually they're personal dogs, but you don't do that. Okay, let's um we got Mother's Day coming up, and um there is roses, tulips, and orchids may be the worst that you can get for your mom if she has allergies. I don't know if you guys knew that, but the Weather Channel is worried that you might not know this, and he gets an F. Mm. It, I don't know. Watching when you want to do what I just said I wanted to do, that I don't want to repeat it in case I get in trouble, because I think that's considered violence. Yeah, give me the leash. Yeah. I mean, I didn't even want to hurt my puppy. I had to spank her, for chewing up the wires last night. But I didn't beat her up. So all right. So let's get to the roses. So basically, all the good flowers your mom might be allergic to. So get her why I say just, mom, I think mom knows. By the time we're getting flowers for our moms, I think we know what they're allergic to. And carnations is not on the list. You could get a bunch of carnations and put a few roses in it, you know, um, or look for, something arranged and beautiful. Uh, uh, okay. Um, Okay, there is a song out there. It's a hip hop. I think it's a hip hop rap song. I haven't heard it yet, but it's hitting the tops of the charts. It's called Bad Bunny. Uh, Bad Bunny. Well, it has the right tempo for what? Saving lives. And it's life saving CPR with the American Heart Association. They say it's perfect. One bad bunny bop can be used to save lives. The Latin hit, Titty Me Pregunto, I'm probably saying this wrong. Um, Bad Bunny has the perfect beat to perform compressions with the hands only CPR. So listen to it and get that little rhythm in your head. This is so serious, folks, but I'm just thinking I don't do hip hop, so maybe I ought to go listen to the little ditty and see. It's the beat. It's the beat, they say, and the tempo of the popular song has 107 beats per minute. Wrote on social media, and this falls within the recommended 100 to 120 beats per minute when you do CPR. So Bad Bunny can help you keep the beat and save a life. Uh, so go check out. Uh, they say if you push hard and fast in the center of the chest at a rate of 100 to 120 beats per minute, and then you play the song, uh, or memorize it and memorize the beat. You can sing along with Bad Bunny and do CPR. This is serious. I mean, it's through the American Heart Association. Um, and now, this includes, now get this. Now, if you can't get into that, maybe like Whitney Houston um, even has a song. I Want to Dance with Somebody is the same beat. Ice Baby. Oh, I'll have to show you this. One of the fishing songs I had about fishing. Um, Poker Face by Lady Gaga. Sorry by Justin Bieber. And 24 Magic by Bruno Mars. Oh, I don't listen. Karen, did you know any of? I mean, I know Ice Ice Baby and Dance with Somebody with Whitney, but boy, I didn't know that you can use some of these beats to save a life. All right, so not. I mean, this is like two bad things, two bad tragedies in one. Um, there was a bus in Nicaragua that plunged into a ravine. It went off the road, and when it hit the ground, it must have hit a nest of killer bees. The killer bees got into the bus and started stinging everybody for disturbing their nests. Um, the bus plunged 165 foot into a ravine into the killer bees. Um, um, and they say, I have to give you a warning. The story contains horrible information and graphic photos. So I'll show you the photos. 6 people, including the mother of an 8-year-old daughter, were stung to death by a swarm of killer bees. The bus carrying 60 passengers made this hour-long journey, and the vehicle skidded off the road and plunged 165 feet down and landed on the killer bees. So let's see. Um, oh, yikes. Well, I'll have to tell you about that one when I'm done. All right. So I have a picture of the bus. I mean, that's it off of the road. Um, oh, wow. Morning graphic. And I don't know if I could show that for too long. Did you guys? I hope you seen it. Those were all stings from the bees. Um, here's another one. Oops. And that's what they had. Um, but again, they're talking thousands of bee stings. And so 8 people died. Wow. Okay. Now, the other thing that has come out with, and you know me, and I don't like spiders, I don't like bugs, but there is a new giant spider that has been found and has been named, oh boy, uh, Europus dignatus. Um, and it doesn't say whether it bites, but it's a new huge spider that has been found. Okay, let's get off the bugs. I'm gonna get all creepy crawly. All right, so what happened on today? What happened on today? Um, um, 1888, and Irving Berlin put out one of the best songs. Um, I'm not really allowed. Um, I couldn't find one that they were going to copyright. Plus, it's always 2, 3 minutes long. But Irving Berlin on this day, put out God Bless America. Yeah, take care watching. You have to watch later and catch the rest of it. All right. So there is Okay, hopefully I'm not going to start coughing at you guys. Okay, dozens of zoo animals in Sudan feared dead after street battles make the capital city impossible for the zoo workers to go to the zoo. And these animals have been starving for a very long time. Well, they say over 100 animals, uh, elderly crocodiles and other zoo animals have gone 3 weeks without food or water. That's all the animals, the monkeys, the elephants, everything that's in there. Um, and somehow this battle started going in and blowing. Someone went in and started opening cages. And they're not sure if it was the rebels or the people just got upset and started letting them out, thinking they would stay in the zoo. Well, no, it didn't. Um, the people started basically um, uh, started running for their lives because not only because of the animals, but then the conflicts. So not only were the animals attacking them, but then they were being attacked by the enemy. So wow, I couldn't even imagine that. I mean, hopefully our zoos here. If something like this happens, if gangs or something takes over a street, and decides they're going to fight with one another, I hope that our zoos will figure out a way to leave someone in there so they can get fed or lock the zoo up good. Wow, that's just scary. Um, Now, did you guys? I know everybody heard about Natalie Holloway, but the guy that suspected of killing her um, kept getting a hold of her parents and saying he would give her the information of where, or her mom, of where her body was if they would pay him 20,000. Well, he's been locked up for the murder of somebody else, and now he is being extradited here to the United States to be charged with trying to swindle the family out of all that money. uh, the rings of Saturn, folks. This is, I don't know. I'm kind of hemming and hawing on this. I'm kind of, uh, should we be worried? But they say the rings of Saturn are falling in on the planet as icy rain is landing on them. Um, they say that this is according to researchers now. Um, and they said they're still trying to figure out exactly how fast they're eroding, but they are. They said the rings will only be a part of Saturn for another few 100 million years. Oh yeah, plus in a test, the Saturn's falling apart. No, but it is, folks. They don't understand why this is happening, but they say the rings of Saturn are starting to come apart, and maybe even crash to onto the planet. Now they're not. They're guesstimating 1 million years, but they said they don't know how fast it will go, and it could be we will see in our lifetime at least a quarter of it dissolving in front of us. And what will it do when it hits the planet? They said the researchers say they don't know. Wow. All right. So we're off um, to the funny post. Boy, I'm trying to make sure I don't run too long on these shows. So Southern terms. And I looked at them and I said, come on now, y'all. Don't do it. I don't use these. Well, maybe some. All right. So these are Southern medical terms. And then I thought, maybe. Okay. So benign is what you be after you be ate. Artery, the study of painting. Bacteria, back door to the cafeteria. Barium, what doctors do when patients die. Cesarean section, oh, that's a neighborhood in Rome. A CAT scan, searching for kitty. Cauterize, made eye contact with her. Colic, a sheepdog, or it could be a collie. And you know what? If it's a collie, and you colic, it comes. I don't know how. Oh boy, some of these I think are going to get to me. Okay, a comma, a punctuation mark, um, a DNC, where Washington is. Dilate, to live long and maybe prosper. I don't get that one. Um, come on, Karen. Some of these have got to get to you. Enema, not a friend. Yeah. GI Series, World Series of Military Baseball. Hangnail, what you hang your coat on. Impotent, distinguished and well known. Impotent is how we say it. Now, this one I do know. They do say impotent a lot. And I was like, what? Yeah, what? Impotent. Okay, what's that mean? And then they would go into it, and I said, you mean important? Yeah, impotent. Yeah. Labor pain, getting hurt at work. Medical staff, a doctor's cane. Morbid, a higher offer. Morbid. Maybe I should reread these after I say what what the Southern term is. Um, pelvis, second cousin to Elvis. Yeah, we knew that. A pap smear, a fatherhood test. Uh, recovery room, place to do upholstery. Seizure, he was the Roman emperor. Tumor, 1 + 1 more. Two more, you know. Varicose, nearby, close by. Very close. Varicose, yeah. Uh-huh. Okay. Oh boy. All right. Okay, let's go to learning from kids. I like those. I might have to do those a few times or steal from them, put pictures on them. For those with no children, this is just you have to just get a giggle out of this. A king size waterbed holds enough to fill a 2,000 square foot house with 4 inches of water. If you spray your hair on if you I'm sorry. Yeah, if you spray hairspray on dust bunny and run them over with rollerblades, they can ignite. A 3-year-old boy's voice is louder than 200 adults in a crowded restaurant. If you hook a leash over the ceiling fan, the motor is not strong enough to rotate a 42-pound boy wearing a Batman underwear or Superman cape. It's strong enough, however, if you tied a paint can to it to spread it out on all 4 walls, the room being 20 by 20. Oh, I would kill somebody. When you hear the toilet flush and the words "uh-oh" with a 3 to 4 year old, you know there's something really wrong. Brake fluid mixed with Clorox makes smoke, and lots of it. Play-Doh and microwave should not be used in the same sentence. Super glue is forever. Pool filters do not like Jello. Marbles and gas tanks make lots of noise when driving. The spin cycle on the washing machine does not make earthworms dizzy. Cats throw up twice their body weight when dizzy. 80 men who read this will try mixing the Clorox and brake fluid. That's it for today, folks. Okay, I hope you all had a good laugh. We all need a laugh today. And so coming up in about 15 minutes, we'll have today's news and world news, talk a little bit on the border, and then I got a lot of other great news for you. So come on back in about 15 minutes. And if not, then come on back tomorrow for the weather and lifestyle news show. And have a wonderful Thursday. Stay happy and hopeful. Hopeful.